Hi everybody. So by now you've hopefully gotten started with the semester. You've finished the Starting Strong module, and I'm here with an office hours video. So what I usually do on Thursdays is I record an office hour video that kind of details some of the material we're going through, answers some commonly asked questions about the material, and also highlights some of the things to focus on. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of an early office hours video because I'm going to post this on Wednesday, or I've posted this on Wednesday is a better statement, and just kind of talking about how the modules are outlined. So as you start to get into Module 1, you're going to see a handful of activities and requirements in there. Every chapter is going to have either recorded lectures or online material for you to read, interact with about the material. You're always going to have a quiz, and the quiz is always going to have a free response section in it. So for example, and these things are timed, you have 15 or 30 minutes, and you have about 10, they're going to be matching, free response, multiple choice questions. So pretty quick, and then you're going to have a free response that'll take you longer. For example, I'm going to give you the prompt for this week's quiz. So this week's quiz is recognizing structure and function. And in knowing how structure and function work, provide an example where the structure of something allows for the function. So it's actually, the question's written is provide the function, explain how the structure supports that, but it can be anything like that. So for example, lipids are nonpolar, which makes them water repellent, which means that that structure naturally gives them the function of being the cell membrane. And I want you to provide an example and explain that in quiz 1. Other than the quizzes, you're going to have 2 learning tools that are going to help you memorize things. The first is the LearnSmart. This is an adaptive tool that helps go through various concepts in the class. Now it's adaptive, so it means if you miss a question, you're going to get a lot more questions about it. If you get a question right, you're going to get fewer questions, which is why you don't want to do LearnSmart until you've read the chapter, or at least skim the chapter. You don't want to just rush right in there because you'll spend a lot more time. It's set at 30 minutes for the average student, but if you haven't prepared, it's going to take you a lot longer to do it. The other activity is Cerego. Now, Cerego is a memorization tool. It's going to prompt you to do a certain amount of terms every couple of days to help you memorize terms. Whereas LearnSmart is more of this adaptive learning, kind of deeper, dig deeper process. Cerego is truly based on a memorization process. So, you know, what does this term mean? Things like that. And that both are going to be really necessary in microbiology because we have so many terms that you need to learn. Attendance. It's really important in this next module that you finish everything up so that you can be marked as attended for class. Otherwise, I will report you as non-attended and you'll be dropped from the class for the semester. So you want to make sure you get all of your activities done. You don't have to have them at 100%, but they need to be 100% done. And then my office hours, as I mentioned, on Thursday, I'm not going to be on campus. I'm still in Washington, D.C. for the rest of that week. But I'll be available over Skype in the evenings or over email, so we can chat if you need help, if you have questions, etc. If you need face-to-face help, let me know, and I'll make sure I get you a contact on campus that can help you out with something. And I think that's about it. The big thing is due dates. So we're going to have modules due on Wednesdays and modules due on Friday. Now that's not even split in the week. So you need to make sure you plan that accordingly. Like make sure that as you start to finish the first module of the week, that you start the second module right away, because otherwise you only have 2 days to complete that and it'll be a little bit time consuming. I've basically left Saturdays open for exam days, so you can get those scheduled at the testing center as you get ready to take exams. And I think that's all I've got for this week. As always, though, if you have any questions or need anything, just let me know. And I will see you guys. Well, I'll be back on campus next week, so please feel free to stop by and say hi.